I've spent more than $100 million on Facebook ads over the past 11 years, and at this point, I'm about as experienced as a person can be when it comes to Facebook and Instagram advertising. But there are still things that happen within Meta ad accounts that even I can't explain. Sometimes things just go wrong and your results really suffer as a result. In this video, I'm going to show you what to do if that happens in your ad account and how you can get your results back on track. So sometimes relatively inexplicably, things just go wrong within Meta ad accounts. You've got a high performing campaign, high performing ad set, etc. And all of a sudden your results just drop off and it's really difficult to work out why. You might think, okay, well maybe I've got ad fatigue, right? People have seen my ads too many times and that's why they're not resonating, they're not converting anymore, they're just bored of them. So you take a look at your frequency number and your frequency is not that high. You think, okay, maybe it's not ad fatigue then. Maybe you think, okay, it's the targeting. Maybe the targeting for some reason isn't working like it used to. So you go in and you tweak the options, maybe you create some new ad sets, different targeting options. That doesn't seem to fix it either. And you're sort of left scratching your head as a Facebook advertiser thinking, why was this working really well? And then all of a sudden it's not. And often I've spoken to so many advertisers that are in that situation. I've been in that situation many times myself. Most Meta advertisers that have been advertising for a while have been in that situation. And it kind of drives you mad because you're thinking, how do I get these back? I'm trying all these things. How do I go about doing this? Now, often the solution when that happens is to use the Meta ads learning phase as your friend. When you have that exact scenario I just described where a campaign or ad set was doing really well, performance has dropped off and you just can't explain why. There doesn't seem to be any logical reason as to why that would happen. What I recommend you do is take that campaign or ad set and duplicate it and then run a new version. It can be identical to the previous version, but allow Meta to start afresh effectively with that new campaign. Now, it's really important that the existing campaign, the original one, the original campaign, the original ad set, that you turn that off. You don't want to be running identical duplicates alongside each other. That's going to cause all sorts of overlap issues and neither are likely to do very well. So you pause the original and then you run a complete duplicate. And you can think of that as almost like, you know, when an app gets sort of stuck on your phone, it's just not working and you, okay, quit the app and then reload it. And that normally solves the problem. Or your computer's playing up and you switch it off and switch it back on again. Because the way Meta ad campaigns work with the learning phase, when you do exactly what I described, you duplicate and run a new version of what you had that was working well previously, it's effectively like a reboot. And it obviously just takes a few seconds and can make a really big difference. We've seen campaigns go from a 5x ROAS down to a 2x ROAS, just like I described, right? Drop off, what's going on? Why is this happening? No logical explanation. We're looking at all the various details. And then we do what I just described. You duplicate, you basically do an ad set or a campaign refresh, and boom, it's right back up to a 5x ROAS. So definitely something to test if you've seen that happen. We'll get back to the video in a second. Before we do, I just want to quickly let you know about my mentorship program. Now with my mentorship program, me and my team mentor people daily to help them get the best possible Facebook ad results. We've actually had some amazing results recently from some of our mentees. We'll pop them up on screen right now. In fact, 82% of people that join my mentorship program see a notable improvement in their Facebook ads return on ad spend within just 30 days of joining. And that's a stat that I'm really proud of. There is a link in the video description below. You can click on that, come through to a page on our website and book in a free, no obligation call with one of my team members to find out more about it and see if it would be a really good fit for you. Hopefully we get a chance to work together. Now, there is no guarantee that this will solve the problem. It may well do and is absolutely worth testing, but there's no guarantee to solve the problem because Meta's sort of delivery processes and learning processes getting stuck, which is what I've described here and does unfortunately happen, even though Meta's machine learning is really powerful and can help find great prospects and all that sort of stuff. Sometimes this does happen. That's not always the cause for a drop off in ad results. There are other reasons why ad results drop off. It may well be ad fatigue. You might need to create new ads, new ad creatives, things like that. It might be that there are external factors like your product or service is quite seasonal. And if you haven't been running, multiple years to sort of see the patterns, it might just be that you've now moved into a time of year where you should expect to get worse results. This happens to a lot of businesses. Maybe a competitor has just brought out a new product or a service that's better than anything else out there in the market, and you either weren't aware of it or you didn't think that it was going to have that big an impact, and they're sort of hoovering up a lot of the market share and a lot of the potential customers. So what I've described in this video is absolutely worth a test because it's so quick and easy to do, and you'll find out relatively quickly if that's what happened and that's the solution. So we do this for our clients all the time because of that. If it doesn't then fix it, you've then at least ruled that out as a potential problem, and you can move on to some of those other areas that I discussed. And if you're interested in other simple fixes that can massively improve your Facebook ad results, go ahead and check out this video. In it, I show you how to substantially improve the most important part of your Facebook ad quickly and easily. If you haven't already, it's well worth a quick watch.